Shalom, brothers and sisters. So this morning we will be making and talking about the benefits of clove oil in the sense of how we can use clove oil, aloe vera, and a alkaline water to soothe and cure yeast infections. First of all, let's talk about what causes yeast infections. Yeast infection is caused by a bacteria in the vagina that throws off your pH balance. So when that happens, then you get the discharge of the overflow of yeast. It creates more bacteria than it needs at the current time. Of course, we know that the vagina is a self-cleaning organ. It does not need to be flushed or douched. None of those things. So how are we going to treat the outside? The inside will take care of itself, but the outside can also will need to be treated for irritation and itching and that sort of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take cloves. We're going to rinse them thoroughly and soak them in apple cider vinegar. Okay, I have forgotten to put the apple cider vinegar in the shot, but as you can see, it has now made its grand appearance. So what we're going to do is take maybe a handful of cloves. If you want to use measurements, I would say take a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of cloves. You're going to thoroughly rinse them in lukewarm water. Not hot, very lukewarm, where you barely feel a little warmth. Once you have rinsed them, dry them, and chop them. Once you've chopped your cloves, then go ahead and add them into your vessel. I've already done that step. And then you want to add in apple cider vinegar, just enough to cover your cloves, okay? Once you've done those steps, the next thing you want to do is get you a clean vessel that you can strain your mixture into. Now, this has to sit for at least 24 hours, okay? So this is not a cure you're going to run to the same day and be able to use. This really needs the 24 hours to soak in the apple cider vinegar. Once it has soaked into the apple cider vinegar, what you want to do is then strain all of your cloves out, like so. Strain it, strain, strain. Get all your liquids out. Okay. Once you've done that, put your cloves back in. And if you want to send it through the strainer a second time, you can. But this is what you'll be left with, okay? And then you're going to add in 2 tablespoons of water. Now I'm going to use my alkaline water because it has a pH balance of 7.6, and so that would also add benefits into your mixture. So we're going to go ahead and add these 2 tablespoons. Oops, put a little more than I needed, but it's okay. Once you've added those 2 tablespoons, give a good stir to get that all well mixed and combined. And then you want to add in 1 teaspoon of aloe vera. So add in your 1 teaspoon of aloe vera, like so. Oops, alrighty. And then mix it in. And so what the aloe vera is going to do is going to help heal the inside of the labia and with the folds of your outside of your vagina. It's going to help heal those folds, soothe that itch down, and allow the clove and apple cider to work on killing the outside of that yeast. Okay, and now we're just going to take this and strain it into a bottle. So I just have a bottle here. It's best if you have a dark colored bottle, but if you don't, anyone will use, because this is just a one-time treatment. And so after you've cleared your yeast away, what you want to do is throw this away, okay? You don't want to hold on to it once you've used it. I make too much. I always make too much. I always do. Oops. And then I make a mess every time. Give me 1 second to clean up my own mess. Okay. So I've strained my medicine into my bottle. Of course, you know we always going to percussion over here. Even though we gave a good stir, you still want to pop it, give a good shake to get it very well combined. And once you do, this is how you use it. At night, take a pad, or you can do it during the day. I would only do this a maximum of 3 times a day. So I'm not going to take the whole thing. I'm just going to give a demonstration. So you take your pad, and you just want to drizzle your medication on your pad, like so. Okay? Get it good in throughout. Put your pad on. Once you put your medication on your pad, put it on. Leave it on for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then come and change this. Discard this one, and if you need to do one right away, you can. But let me explain. Don't leave this on for hours, okay? Leave it on for maybe an hour, and then take it off. Put on a clean one, and then maybe 4 to 6 hours later, you can repeat. Do this definitely overnight. First thing in the morning, you get up and remove this pad. Thoroughly wash your area with soap and water, a very mild soap and water. Let me say that again, a very mild soap and water. Clean between the labia on both sides, put on a clean pad, and go about your day. Now, if you find this concoction or this particular medication is working a little bit too slow for you, what you can do, another remedy you can do, is the garlic gel caps. And you can insert 1 gel cap into your vagina to help balance that pH balance, put it back in alignment, back in sync. And once you use you can use 3 garlic tablets a day. So you could do 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and definitely 1 at night. When I did the 1 at night, then I would also add the 1 at night with the pad. So you would get the benefit of both. Insert the garlic with clean hands and a gloved hand. Let me say it again. Insert the garlic gel caps with clean, gloved hands. Do not use your bare hands. All right? So this is just a tidbit that I'm bringing to you today to help the ladies with yeast infection. Now listen, sometimes men get yeast infection because of friction and rubbing. Guess what, ladies? Introduce them to this, but they would use theirs as a wash. They would take it into the restroom with them, dry, clean the area, spray it down, wash it thoroughly, pat dry. Pat it dry. So this is a home remedy, a medicinal medicine that can be used for both men and women and children. Again, I'm going to give the disclaimer that I am not a physician. This is not medical advice. These are just home remedies, tips and tricks that my family use that works for us. Shalom, family.